Good morning, YouTube. It's a beautiful day. It's about 16 degrees centigrade. And that's about, I don't know, it's in the 60s Fahrenheit, I guess. I'm just taking a little ride up West Side Road to Vernon. I haven't been out for a real decent ride in a fair while. Well, a week or more. I've been busy with some projects around the house. You know how that goes. So it is very good to get out on a longer ride. Especially on a beautiful road like this. So what do you think? Do you think 2021 will be any better than 2020? Is this craziness going to turn around? One thing I've noticed, at least to my point of view, is that when the shit hits the fan, it seems that people lose their ability to think critically and intelligently, and they just get caught up in the emotions, because there sure is a lot of crazy, not well thought out shit happening. But in our favor, we can always just go for a motorcycle ride. It doesn't make it all go away, but it sure helps to cope with things. Well, autumn is sure here, eh? I'll tell you. I mean, it's October, and yet the weather is so good. I love it. They say we're going to have a hard winter. Very cold and more snow than usual. Not looking forward to that. So I'll take advantage of this as much as I can. It's a pretty area. All the gold fields and bushes showing their autumn colors. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome when you're on two wheels. Not as nice when you're in a car. Total different experience, eh? Man, that's just picture perfect, isn't it? Horses. How cool is that? What about you guys? You gonna cross? Now, how did they get out? There's fence there. When I was riding in the hills on my dual sport in the past, I used to really dislike running into cattle. Some of them would be huge, and occasionally you'd run into a bull that was showing some interest in a pretty cow. And the last thing I'd want to do would be to interrupt. I don't want to make him angry. Yeah, that happened a couple times. There must be 10 weed shops in this 10-mile strip here. This is the end of the strip. Now we're on the highway, or we will be in a sec. But yeah, about 10 or 11. And it's all Indian Reserve land, so they got different rules there. So we are now on Old Kamloops Highway, just heading into Vernon. It's about 8 kilometers into Vernon on this nice little rural stretch of new pavement. It sure beats heading into Vernon on the highway, which is on the other side there of the lake. I insured the bike until I think it's November 21st, something like that. That may be a little optimistic, but sometimes we don't get snow right up until December, late December. I think this year that won't happen, but anyway, hope for the best. I don't want to ride this bike through the winter though. I don't think there'll be enough opportunity to ride any distance, you know. So we're in Vernon, and I'm going to take a bit of a different route through Vernon. Let's see, 34th, next light. So this is downtown Vernon. We got some police action here. What's going on? Drugs or something? Who knows? You know, just riding along here, you could be at peace and right with the world. All is good. Riding on your motorcycle, cutting through the air, beautiful weather. But then if you start thinking about the world, it's quickly you realize, oh man, it's pretty effed up in a lot of ways. But in a lot of ways it isn't, right? I guess we just got to go through this crap that we're going through and hopefully come out the other side. You know, there's a future for humans, and this ain't it. I mean, maybe we'll get there. I have seen that future, and man, if people could only realize what our potential is, they would aspire to engage the finer aspects of existence, of life, rather than their base self, base motivations, and limited thinking. Because there's a whole lot more, people, I'll tell you. I can't get into how I know that, but I know it. I've seen it. Yeah, this is a nice little route. If I took the other road, I'd be still in the city, you know. Still businesses either side, that type of thing. So this is much better. I like it. I love it when you come over the top of a little rise like that and you suddenly get the view, eh? It's kind of like life in a way. You know, you get closed in and you start limited thinking and reacting to the immediate, and then all of a sudden you rise up a little bit and you see in the distance more, get an overall view, get the big picture. One reason why sometimes I don't like riding with a group, because you're not always sure of personal preferences, you know. I mean, not everyone wants to go fast, and I don't want to go fast all the time either, but sometimes I do, right? And if you're with a group, you know, and there's some cars in front of you and you want to get by them, I'm never sure as to the comfort level of people that might be behind me, you know, the riders behind me. I mean, everyone should ride their own ride, but sometimes people get tempted. Oh, he's passing. I better get by that car as well. And then they overstep their limit or do a dangerous pass, that type of thing. Either that or the group gets separated, you know, one person gets by and then there's double yellow for the next 10 miles. So more often than not, I like riding on my own. Then I can just do my own ride how I want. And now we're going down to Okanagan Center. Little community by the lake. Lots of little communities like this around here. Right by the lake, you know, away from town, but not too far. And I guess if you've got the dollars, that's not a bad place to live. I'm guessing the property values here are fairly high. Well, for what it's worth, I'm gonna call the video here, so thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed some of that. It was a good ride for me. You guys and girls, you take care, ride safe, have a blast. Catch you on another one.